So I was looking forward to studying an MBA, and I came across an ad in my country in the newspaper talking about NCCU and studying a master's. So I was like, that sounds really good, and I was attracted to the fact that, Taiwan sounds like far away, foreign, and it's like, wow, what am I to expect, So that's how I saw it, and I became interested. And that's how I applied.
I was lucky that I had some Taiwanese friends in Turkey that graduated from NCCU, because there's a Turkology department in NCCU, and they are coming to Turkey to learn Turkish. So I had the opportunity to contact with them. I had some information about NCCU, which university to apply, and they suggested me to apply NCCU.
I actually applied 2 weeks before the deadline. You actually had like 3 months for it. I did it 2 weeks before. So at the last moment, I decided to go, to do my research, go to ask the questions I had to ask, and pretty much get all the procedures. And every day from like 6 in the morning to like 5 p.m. just moving and moving and moving until the last moment I turned in all my papers.
In that period, I was like chasing a girl, and then later on be her boyfriend. So actually we were waiting together about that announcement and whether like how it's gonna hold to our future.
I had like 95% confidence that I would make it.
I applied, and I was like, am I gonna get this? Am I good enough to be accepted by a Taiwanese university or by a program such as the MBA?
Fast! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Jarek likes challenge, so much that he joined the Dragon Boat Festival, an annual competition which has been held for 20 centuries. He has also been working hard in the academic field. While studying in the International Masters in Business Administration program, he spent an exchange semester in India, as well as represented NCCU at a case competition in Israel.
When I get the letter, I felt amazing. I felt really excited, so happy on the one hand, and also so nervous how to say it to my boss.
It was just mind-blowing, and then thinking about the fact of I got accepted, and then I'm gonna have to go live somewhere for 2 years. It came within time. Like at the beginning, it was only the acceptance. Then the whole process of what I was getting into was like the fact that it made you think about it.
I remember my first day in NCCU. That was in 2012, so like nearly 2 years ago. Time flies. I remember looking at the campus and the green areas, and looking at the gondolas, Maokong next door, and looking at the river. I thought it was a good place, I remember feeling like I was like in a good place.
It was all my dream to have such kind of campus, like a green island.
Basak is passionate about human rights. Her interests led her to the International Masters in Asia Pacific Studies program. She is currently writing her thesis on educational rights in mainland China. She plans to work for an international humanitarian organization such as the United Nations. She is happy with her decision to study abroad. However, being apart from her family sometimes feels like the hardest thing.
First, I felt very excited, but then I felt very sad because I started missing my friends and my relatives. But I was thinking that here I will have an experience of new life. So I try to be more optimistic about my life here.
I think NCCU definitely give me the options, show me the options of what I can do in the industry of communication. Like the program, they provide many classes, many courses that you can try, and you can like see which would fit me more. And by the interaction with the students and the classmates and the professors, I also get to learn about myself more, about like what I want to do, what I may be more fitting to do. So I think it definitely gave me a new sets of insights about where to go next, I think.
one of my favorite subjects was called Confucianism and Leadership. It sort of taught leadership from a Confucian way. Like, it helped me to understand more about the Taiwanese and Chinese culture and what they believed in, why they behave in certain ways, and it also gives you an insight of how to become a better person as a world citizen, and also that leads you to being a better leader, like being aware of your strengths and other people's strengths, and how to get to talk to people based on that.
Yeah, the studies here have been actually I've been amazed. The professors that we have is incredible. Like one of my professors, which is for finance, which is the concentration one, he was director of Standard and Poor. You know, then we have other professors who are CEOs, and we have professors who are pretty much part of the committee for the financial system of Taiwan. You know, so we do have like top of the top, and that's something that no one can take away.
Ricardo has a lot of courage. Studying in the International Masters of Business Administration program, he plans to open his own business, an import-export company focused on trade between Nicaragua and Taiwan. Before coming to NCCU, Taiwan was a big mystery to him. Now, 2 years later, he feels more at home on the beautiful island.
Coming to Taiwan, I was like, what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna do? I was a bit afraid of the food, even though I really like eating a lot, but still I was like, what if the food is just too exotic for me to take?
I remember they took us shopping, and I left all my bags in the bus stop, and I was like, oh, they're gonna steal them. And I got there like an hour later, and they were still there. That was another thing I was amazed about here in Taiwan, like how safe it is.
I think what I like the most about Taiwan is the fact that you don't have to worry about too much here. Feels like it's just like when you like walking around, you just feel safe, and you feel like you are in the right place. The environment just feels right. It's a lot of fresh air, and the people are all there for support. So it feels like you don't have to worry about things, like all the bad things about the world doesn't apply here, I think.
Well, the local people here, well, the Taiwanese, I've noticed at the beginning they're very shy, you know. So it's interesting because my country, like for us Nicaraguans or Central Americans or Latinos, we're very extroverted. We were always like, oh yeah, blah, blah, we're loud. We like to talk a lot, you know. We make a lot of jokes. We're like blah blah. But Taiwanese, no, they're very quiet. They're very subtle. They're very shy. And their first language, of course, is not English or Spanish whatsoever. To get up to them, you have to, you know, approach them, talk to them, make them feel comfortable, you know, making questions. And once you get to them, ooh, it's incredible. They're the nicest people ever, you know.
Taiwanese people are very friendly, so they are willing to help you if they see that you're in trouble, that you don't know where to go. They're willing to help you, and I like it very much about them.
是大家都一定要有。可是如果我要。
Maria is excellent in Chinese. Having graduated in linguistics and interpreting, she came to Taiwan to bring her understanding of the Asia-Pacific region to the next level. Besides studying in the master's program in Asia-Pacific Studies, Maria continues to improve her language skills at the NCCU Chinese Language Center, considered one of the best in Taiwan.
Like I said, the culture change, the language, the way of people, the way of life and everything, that actually impacts you. Yeah, the master is great. We have excellent professors. They expect a lot from us, right? But like I said, aggregate value to this masters of Taiwan is the place itself. Coming here, just it's like another dimension, which it's you can't miss it. Yeah, go to the United States, you already know what it is. Go to Europe, everybody knows how. I could go to Europe and just get along with everyone. Here, you start from scratch. You're no one. You have no idea, and I didn't even have to walk and get a taxi. You know, you have to learn through that, and it helps you, like I said, build character, and you know, self-confidence as well. Because people are very shy. Here, you have to manage yourself. So yeah, I would totally recommend it to everyone to come here.
I think studying abroad is a very good experience to you because you can experience the life in a totally different country, and you can also have an experience of having new friends, new foreign friends, and I think it's really good because we are young and we have to try this experience.
I think if you study abroad, you definitely learn something that you could not uh, learn in your own countries. Even like people say like uh, different language bring with them like different cultures. So when you get to interact with that many people, you definitely learn new things about like the way of thinking, about like how other people are doing it, and maybe like how you integrate that into your own life.
Vittorio is an aspiring writer. He enjoys interviewing people and writing about his experiences here on the Isle of Formosa. Vito is a student in the International Masters in International Communication Studies program. In this concentration, he gets to learn about various fields such as broadcasting, journalism, and advertising. The experience Vito has gained in Taiwan has raised his awareness of new possibilities in his chosen field.
I also think that if you really have such an opportunity to go abroad, why not use it?
If I consider again to choose any master program, I would choose NCCU.
NCCU is a good choice, especially if you are interested in the Asian culture and in learning Chinese. I think this school provides a good environment for you to do so.
When I actually leave here, like, having my bags packed and everything, actually being at the gate, boarding the plane, the thought of Taiwan will be that thought of those stories that you're gonna most probably tell your kids, like, oh, I remember back in Taiwan, it was amazing. If I don't come back or end up being here, but it will be that story that you're gonna always remember. That part of your life that actually made a huge change, like your first kiss, your first girlfriend, your first car, this will be like your 2 years that made you like change to what you are now.